Hi guys, we're back. Still hear the coyotes. I think the coyotes are following us. Anyway, we're here in a cemetery. We're going to be visiting one particular stone, and I'll tell you the story when we get there. Pretty good headlamp. So this is the stone. I hope my camera will pick up the words. So it says, in the memory of this stranger who was murdered on the 18th concession of Keppel, Thursday, March 2nd, 1886. So the story of this is, back in the 1800s, there was wanderers. They just wandered around, working farm to farm. Never really had a home. They were just farm hands. And this was one particular man that was a farm hand. Now, as the story goes, which was written up in the Wyerton newspaper, was that this man kind of got in the middle of a lover's quarrel, and the man who was, there was another man, there was three men involved. The one that was murdered, the stranger, which lies here, the husband and his wife, and then the lover that she had. So the story goes, and not have my light toward the road. So the story goes that this man's wife was having an affair, and the husband found out about it, thought that the wife and the lover were in the barn, so he just went about to burn the barn down. They weren't in the barn. Wow, mist just started rolling in. Ouch. Mosquito just bit my neck. They weren't in the barn. This wandering stranger that was in the barn. And back then, nobody really knew anybody's name. So this guy died, and he was completely innocent, and he died in that barn fire. And somebody was nice enough to erect this stone, which I think is just absolutely fabulous. So we're going to try to do some AVP session. Well, I'm going to use my P-Vox to see if I can get anything. Who's that banging noise again that we heard at the caves? Who's that? Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Like you'd think there was a pig somewhere.
Yeah, almost like a grunt.
Yeah, three of them.
Yeah, that's not good. Bears have a tendency to grunt.
Coming from over there, but there's a guy's house over there. Okay, guys, so I got my P-Vox running. I don't know if it'll sit up here. Is there anybody here with us? Maybe the stranger that lies here in peace? People come here and they light candles in memory of him. I don't know how many people actually know. And there's river over there. Like, that's all river.
Right.
So I'm going to say not a bear, but I have no idea what that noise was. There it is again. You hear it? Weird.
You'd almost think somebody was walking.
Yeah. Like really heavy footsteps. If anybody is here with us, you can use this device and find words so that you can talk to us. Dowsing rods or something?
These are up to go crazy with that river over there.
Yeah, and there's pipes under the ground because there's fountains here where you can...
Oh yeah, they're starting already. They don't know what to do. There's water all around.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just stick with these two devices then. Turn my light down. Should turned it down before I stuck it in my face. Oh, mosquitoes are so bad, guys. Mr. Stranger, if you're here with us, can you talk to us? Hopefully my camera picks up some voices too. Oh, it's really funny. Guys, I gotta tell you, I'm still hearing footsteps walking through the bush. I know this is a great big drop off to a river, but we just left the caves and I was absolutely terrified. I was absolutely terrified, guys. We heard footsteps and we heard coyotes, but we heard something walking around us right before we left. If you haven't watched that video, go watch it. But when we left, I felt like there was human eyes on me, like there was a person. And I don't know if it's because we had heard those whistles or the clap that we heard, but to me there was a human element there, and that terrified me more than coyotes or bears. It absolutely terrified me, so I almost ran back to the car after I said goodbye to you guys. I was just absolutely terrified. So I don't know if right now what I'm hearing is in my head. Hopefully my camera picks up these noises, but yeah, I'm still pretty spooked out. Oh, boss! I don't know if you guys can pick that up. Your boss killed you? How did your boss kill you? It's pretty relevant. Your boss burned down the barn? Can you say the word barn? See, now my K2's not going off here all willy-nilly like it was at the cave, so...
Yeah, that still blows me away.
So it's not like the batteries are... When my K2 was going off all crazy, whenever at the caves, I thought, well, maybe... Sorry, I just thought I heard something. I thought, well, maybe the batteries are getting low, and then that's why it's doing it. Like, I'm trying to be reasonable. But, as you can see, it's not doing it now. It's perfectly on green and hasn't moved. So, I don't know if there was somebody there. But they certainly didn't want to talk properly with us because they weren't really doing what I asked them to do. Still says boss. There you see my dirty fingerprints all over my phone. A big water spot. Can you say the word barn? Or fire? That was a horrible story of what happened to you. Ouch. Got bit in the forehead. Ah, bit in the back of the knee. That was a very horrible story of what happened to you. Guys, I'll put the story of this guy. I'll put the history and the story. I've got it at home, so I'll put it in the description below if you wanna read it and check it out. So it's going up. Bit my ear again. You can make these lights go off too. If you're finding it difficult to use this, you can use this as well. The lights aren't fire or anything. They're not going to hurt you. They're just lights. If you're here, Mr. Stranger, can you make this light up maybe just to green? Or the first green? Or the yellow? Hopefully my camera picks up some stuff, because I'm not getting a whole lot right now. If anybody else is here and wants to talk, you can make this light up too. Doesn't just have to be the stranger. Look at that. That's nice. Now this K2, guys, will not pick up water sources. This K2 was made for electricians, actually. Yeah.
And the carvings up at the top and stuff at the top and stuff at the top are very hard to see.
Yeah. Back over here and see if it says anything different. Thomas. Shit. Is your name Thomas? To confirm your name was Thomas, make these lights go up. Or was your boss's name Thomas? I don't want to call you Mr. Stranger, so do I call you Thomas? Make these lights light up for yes. You're here with me, Thomas. I hope I catch your voice in my camera. You would have thought that was a bench. What's it say? Like the last name, Thomas Holmes? Ooh, I wonder. I have to look up that article and see what the name of the people were. Holmes. Thomas Holmes. It's nice to meet you, Thomas Holmes. My name is Tara.
I'm Scott.
Did you die in a fire?
Duke.
Duke.
Who's Duke?
Or was he a duke? They're duking... No. No, not in this area. There's no
Maybe
dukes.
that's somebody's name.
Maybe. Who's duke? Say the word me if you're duke. Thomas Holmes. So look that up, guys. Thomas Holmes Duke? No. Like, I know generally back then they had more than 2 names, but... Holmes is like a last name. Make sure there's no Holmes around here. Hey, this is a Kinch. Yeah. Guys, there's a Kinch's side road. And there was a haunted house on Kinch's side road. I think it's pretty much fallen down now. But that house was terrifying. My daughter and I first went there. Cassie and I, we first went there. And we didn't even get in the place. We were just walking through the front door. And from upstairs, we heard the strangest human noise. And... we tore out of there thinking that there was a squatter. We have no idea if it was a squatter or if it was a ghost. And then Scott and I went back just a couple of years ago. We went back down Kinch's side road, back down to this house. Is that your phone?
No, that was yours.
Oh. We went back down this side road and we go back to this house. And it sounded like a bear, but the grunting was coming from the basement. So it was really weird. We got pretty scared and we took off out of there. But Jenkins. You're giving me an awful lot of names, but I don't know what any of these... Is that me? I've left the home?
Yeah.
Was it? Notification that I've left home? You're just getting that now? I left home a long time ago. Patrick. Gordon. Oh, that's a Smith. Anderson. Just trying to see if there's any of those names around us. What? What'd you say? No action from the K2 meter yet. Oh, you can't even read these names. Guys, I'm going to leave my videos as uncut as possible, which means I'm not cutting anything out. But, I mean, it doesn't mean I'm not going to edit them. I'm going to edit them for voices or whatever, you know, intros, music. But I'm not going to cut anything out. No, I didn't check to see if my camera was running during that session at the pavilion. Lake. We're by a lake. I do know that concession, because I know where it is, there is no lake near it. You know that big Victorian house that I filmed by myself in the middle of the night?
Yep.
Terrified me. Right across the road, a concession from that corner off the highway is
Mhm.
where this guy was murdered. It's right there.
Isn't that Boat Lake Road?
Um, it's Boat Lake on this side, but I don't know what it is on that side. But back in the day, it was concession 18. I don't know what it is called today. Our streets have changed, but yes, there is a lake near us. Are you able to draw energy from the lake to communicate with us? Make my lights go off.
Watch out for your friend in front
Ooh.
there.
Lovely spider. Did you hear that talk this time?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear it talk the last time?
No.
No, it just decides to be
Randomly.
audible whenever. Oh, guys, I'm just going to turn my light so that this truck that's passing us doesn't get blinded. I was going to say, boy, did it get dark here, but it's because you turned your light off. You want to say anything else to us? Oh, right, I do have this on, so it doesn't shut off after
Right.
15 minutes. I forgot I changed that, so it
Yeah.
just keeps looping. Because it used to shut off at 15 minutes, but I fixed it. So it would have been recording. What did I ask? Oh, are you drawing energy from the lake? You are. Well, that's great. Can you say more stuff on here? Can you tell me how you died? Now, if it says fire,
Yeah, that's pretty relevant.
then that's pretty relevant. I mean, he already said boss, and his boss killed him, so that's already relevant. Is that a full moon? Let's hope not. Not quite. Not a whole lot of stones around here, eh? They're kind of really spread out in the cemetery. There's another car coming. Can you tell me how you died, Thomas? Thomas, are you still here? What is that noise? What a bird? Well, guys, I think we're going to go. I'm not really getting a whole lot now. And it's been about 20 minutes. We've been here. I want the video to be too long because people don't tend to watch it to the very end. So. We're going to go soon. Is there anything you'd like to say before we go? Or maybe you'd like to light up my lights on the K2. What the hell is that noise? Oh my god. I'm jumpy since those caves. Clark? Another name. Like I'm just getting constant names. How many people were involved with this murder?
Those could just be names from in here. Like there's all kinds of gravestones.
I
far
know.
around, and
It could be.
they're all over. It's spread out quite a ways.
They are spread out. We're gonna have to come here and just walk around, and
Mm-hmm.
some night that it's not so buggy and so hot. Okay, we're gonna go shortly. Can you say the word bye? Or make my meter go to red or yellow? Oh no, I'm gonna knock it down again. Well, guys, I got a lot of names, but I'm in a cemetery, so there's probably a lot of these names I could probably find on stones. I don't know though. We haven't walked around the cemetery, but it'd be interesting. I'll go and I'll look up some of the Thomas Holmes for sure, and see, because that was the first question I asked was, "Who are you?" And he said Thomas Holmes. Oh, he's got bit on the ankle by a mosquito.
Jenkins. Thomas Jenkins.
No, Thomas Holmes Jenkins Duke.
Was it?
Yeah, like a lot of names, and then Clark.
Right.
But it was Thomas Holmes initially was the name that came up. But Thomas can also be a last name, so I don't know. I have to go look it up, and I'll write whatever I find in the description below. But, yeah, we're gonna go for now, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Keep smiling.